Hello, this is a look through the first ever official licensed LEGO Disney Collectible Minifigures series. These come individually, so you buy one at a time, and they come in these blind bags, so you don't know which one you're going to get unless you kind of feel for it. Mickey and Minnie Mouse use the exact same molds for their heads, but Minnie adds on the bow on top as an accessory. These each use two different colors of plastic, the black and the flesh tone, molded together in the head pieces, and then Minnie gets the two different colors of plastic molded together for her arms, and both characters get two different colors of plastic molded together for their legs. And Minnie gets just a little bit of print on the back, and her skirt piece is printed all the way around. I think these look great. Here's a better look at how Minnie's bow is attached to the head. It uses a mini peg attachment, and there are other different things that will actually fit with that kind of standardized size. And this is just the skirt piece by itself, so you could actually use this without that if you want to, and there you can see how it's constructed like a regular LEGO minifig. Here's another timeless classic pair, Donald and Daisy Duck, once again using the exact same head molds between the two. And in this case, Daisy is actually using the same bow piece as Minnie was, but in a different color and without any print. Donald's hat is attached in the same way with the mini peg attachment style, so that's swappable between the two. And there's a little bit of extra print, a little bit more print on the torso for Donald compared to Daisy. Daisy gets a little bit more print on the legs, and both of them use the exact same piece for the tail, which is actually done in a rubber material. Makes it a little bit more durable, a little bit longer lasting, because where it's attached between the torso and the legs is kind of thin. Once again, another great looking interpretation in LEGO scale of a couple of classic characters. Moving to a modern classic from the Incredibles, here's Mr. Incredible and Syndrome. I really feel like Mr. Incredible ends up looking a little bit undersized, underscaled here. They tried to make his body look large with the very simple printing they put on there with the dark red, but just next to Syndrome, Syndrome has the big hair and the cape that just make him look like a larger person in general. I very much love the face prints for both of these, and the hair for Mr. Incredible in particular. It's just a perfect rendition there. Each of these comes with a printed 2x2 tile piece that is exclusive to each figure. And if you look on the side of Syndrome in particular, on the arm especially, you've got some nice metallic printing there, and there's also printing on the sides of his boots. Not a lot to be seen from behind, and there's no extra printing on the back of Syndrome. Here's Peter Pan and Captain Hook in their classic animated renditions. I think that Captain Hook here as a minifig looks absolutely perfect. Has a huge head dress piece, which includes the hair and the hat and the plume that goes over the side of it, but that whole figure looks just phenomenal to me. Much better than Peter Pan here. I think that the body and arms and legs and everything for Peter Pan is really good. I think that the headpiece, which includes the hair and the ears and the hat there, I think looks good as well. But the face is just not quite as perfect to me for the character as Captain Hook over here. Taking off this huge piece, see a little bit of extra print shows through, and let me just give you a clearer look at that from the front. But gosh, what an enormous single part this is. Here's something new and something old. It's Ariel, the Little Mermaid, and Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Both of these come with the shown accessories, including the exclusive printed tile piece for Alice, and also the exclusive printed bottle, which is in a trans light blue color there. Alice is using the same skirt piece as Minnie Mouse, and it's just in a different color here. Each of these has a very nice and large hair piece. The clam piece for Ariel can be folded up and closed, but only when you take the gem out of it. It actually looks pretty nice, but with the gem in there, it's always going to have to be open, and it doesn't really fold very well to keep it kind of halfway open. I think it would look best if you could get it just to kind of stay right about there, or maybe even like this, like half open, but that doesn't quite work out. But let me go ahead and let you see what these look like from the back. See, there's more print to be seen as well, and with the hair pieces removed, that becomes more clear. From protagonists, we move over to villains with Ursula and Maleficent here. Ursula has a very large specialized body piece there, which pretty much the entire regular minifigure torso just slips into. So all of this is just a normal piece, and that just slips right down into there. And Maleficent has just a slope piece, which is pretty common for Lego to use for large dresses, that are fully covered for female figures. I think the color scheme for Maleficent is magnificent, with the light aqua color used for the face, that's a print, and then for the hands, which are just molded. The cape, both pieces, upper and lower, each use two colors, so you get two colors here with the purple and the black, and then the main part of the cape is purple on the inside and black on the other side. And it has a really nice feel to it. It's not the standard papery, crinkly material. It's a little bit softer than that. It's actually kind of rubberized around the outside. Also, her headdress, the horns there, look really good. That's actually a rubber piece itself, which makes it, once again, more durable, especially with these thinner tips so they don't break off. They're not super soft. It's not the softest type of material that they use, but it works out well. And also being kind of matte in color, it's kind of, it's not, the finish is not glossy. I think that was a good choice. And then Ursula has printing on the hairpiece as well. There's a look at that from the side, and you can see more of just the shaping of it, and also how the body piece is shaped around the back. On the back of Maleficent, nothing to be seen there for print, just plain black. Here's Aladdin and the Genie, and each of these comes with one of the golden teapot-looking lamp pieces, which can be held in the hand of either one, or it works out pretty well with the Genie. The Genie is actually molded mostly in medium blue, and then that's a standard blue color for kind of the tail section, a really nice printed band on either arm, and also with the top knot piece that's actually inserted in, so that's not part of the Genie's main headpiece. So this comes off all as one, but then this here also separates out, and you see that actually has two colors going on with it, which I think is done really nicely. For some reason that actually stands out for me as one of the nicer things between these two. A little bit of print to be seen on the back of Aladdin here, and he's got his fez that is kind of integrated in to his hair. It's all just one piece, and that's colored on with the dark red color on the top. I think that both of these are done pretty well, and they have, I think they've just done a good job of capturing the personalities of each of the characters. Obviously, this is Buzz Lightyear from the Toy Story universe, and at first I was a little taken aback by the choice to change out completely the way that the head is done, because they've done a minifigure of Buzz Lightyear previously for the Toy Story toy series of official Lego sets, and that one had a specialized molded head that was realistic, that looked like the actual character in universe. And here they've switched to just a print on top of a regular style of minifigure, old style minifigure head. But I think this actually looks good just by itself. I think when you put the two next to each other, the more realistic one looks, well, more realistic. But as a Lego minifigure, I think this is pretty well done. And it has really nice coloring all around it. Nice printing that goes around different angles. They did a good job here of connecting the prints all the way around on the legs, especially with some of those thinner lines, and the buttons on the front of the suit here look good. The stripes on the wings look good. Unfortunately, those cannot be retracted in. They really look like they can be, but they don't actually retract in. However, you can remove them entirely. That's actually how they're attached. It's a standard size of bar right there. Makes that a useful piece, but it kind of slips in to a nice little slot there, so it's very secure. And then there's also a stud on the back, so you could also attach other things to this, or attach it to other things. The helmet is half open, so the front of it is open completely. And if we take this off, here's what the figure looks like underneath. So there's really no printing in this case that is being hidden away by the suit, and I think that's perfectly fine. Frequently, Lego will put a ton of printing on various types of figures that you just never see because they have a suit or armor or something over it. Also from Toy Story is this Pizza Planet alien, who was also previously done as a minifigure, and in this case they haven't changed things much at all. They've just redone the printing. I think that the printing on this one looks much better than the older one. It's just brighter, more vibrant, and more crisp, and just generally feels like it's a higher quality piece. It's done with more care. The one thing that I don't like here is that the printing for the boots doesn't extend around the back, and it's a very sudden cutoff where it just stops. But other than that, I think it looks good from most angles. This is Stitch, and though I know nothing about this character or the story, I really like this figure, and I think it's done phenomenally well. I think the scaling of it is really good. I think that the colors are really good. The quality of the prints are really good. Just everything about this, I think, is pretty perfect. They got the short legs there. It's all done in medium blue as the main color. Look at the prints around the back. Also very nice. Got the little stubby tail kind of printed in there. Yeah, this is really nicely done with the, just a little bit of kind of chips, cuts in to show the shaping of the ears. Yeah, I think this is a phenomenally well done figure. Also the shaping of the nose, you see the nostrils there. I love it. Last up is the Cheshire Cat with that huge Cheshire smile. Another one that's really well done, I think. And this one carries the color scheme around phenomenally well with the striping, continuing through the legs and around the arms, and also goes around the back. So what they did with the legs here is they actually used 3 different layers of plastic. So it's 2 different colors of plastic. So that ends up being, just perfect all the way around. They didn't print here. They just combined different colors together. And then the tail is a separate piece which is inserted between the legs and the body. And the tail also has a paint application on it for the lighter pink color for the tip there, and that is a softer piece. Once again, it's kind of rubbery piece, and that can be attached right side up or upside down. But if you do it upside down, then you need to have something beneath the feet to get it to stand up a little bit more, because the tail is a little bit longer or taller in this case than the legs. But this is another really good looking figure. The one thing that's awkward to me about this series, and that maybe I don't like, is that the scaling is very inconsistent between these animal and alien based ones with the large and realistic heads, and then comparing those to the human based, proper minifig based ones with just normal minifig heads. And even between those with Mr. Incredible and Syndrome, just the scaling looks a little bit off to me. Just doesn't look like they're entirely from the same series to me. I wish that there was a little bit more consistency in what they did between these and these. But that's it for my look at this series. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you will take a moment to share in the comments which of these is your favorite. Or if you want to list your top 3, feel free to do that as well. My personal favorites are Stitch, Minnie Mouse, and Captain Hook. I look forward to your feedback. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again very soon.